That should do it right there. Good morning. It's 9 o'clock a.m. on Saturday, December 2nd, 2023. Mute that one. See, was that even coming over? Oh, my microphone's not muted. That's good. That's a good thing. And I've got audio confirmation. So hello. Welcome you all. The Zoom session is open. And oh, yeah, Jim is there. I'll come to you in a little bit there, Jim. And I'll go have a look at the chat room. Come over this way, zoom in a little bit, and push. Which button? Which button? Come on, Ken. Which button am I supposed to push? Scroll to the top. Ken Stout, say it isn't so. I am first winter chicken dinner. So, Ken, here's the deal. It isn't so. It isn't so. It just isn't so. He thinks he's the first, right? It isn't so. Well, it is, but he asked me to say that, so I said it. Tony, really? Oh, Dennis, new Fortnite official trailer. I will catch that after this show is over. And Tony Wall with a $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Tony. Jesse Kirk. Hello, everyone from Jesse Kirk. Pull something else up over here because I realized I didn't have this computer ready. Cancel that. And there we go. Yes. All right, I got that computer ready. Yes, Jesse Kirk, good to see you. Greg M., I have a low threshold when creators use clickbait headlines on sponsored videos where they don't clearly indicate up front the video is sponsored. Oh boy, I've been caught. I've been caught out. Let's see, the title I put on this video was what again? Get over to here. See, I put a title on this video. There's one here somewhere, I promise you. How come that's only chat? That's not the popped out chat. Well, that's weird. That's not how that's supposed to go. Popped out chat is over here. Where's the actual video? Oh, well, let's go over here. Because what I called it, and he's calling me out on this. He is so calling me out on this about the sponsored video and the title doesn't indicate it. Oh, I see. There it is. All right. So where do I get to the title? Oh, yeah. Windows Helpline live stream Saturday. And I did not reveal that this is a sponsored video. This video is sponsored, see, what's my script? By Josh Kinder Industries, where we strive to provide head-scratching, frustratingly complex technical issues to computer technicians around the world. So, yeah, there we go. Sponsored video. Doug. So I guess Greg has come across that with someone else, and he's just given us his frustration about that. Jonathan, Jesse, Wicklake, Scott, Jonathan, John Williams, Tony Wallow, Wicklake, John Williams, Jonathan. There's Jonathan and John Williams are different people. Dennis, Ran Israel. Hello to you all. Greg M. may be giving us more. I think as someone who fixes computers, I may have to tack on an additional charge for people who decide to run tweaking utilities on their computer and fail to tell me they did so. Yeah, raise your hand if you have come across a situation where you're working with a customer, an end user, trying to fix a problem, and then after you spend a lot of time, they told you, oh, well, we tried that, or we tried such and such. And oh my gosh, did you really? Dennis's 5 p.m. premiere today. It gives us a link for that. Alice is here saying hello. Richard, Jonathan, John Aloy, good day. And all chat members, it's been a while since I was here, but I am here. Happy December 2nd. Let's see, John Aloy, what WB3 HPE. Hey, is that a shortwave handle maybe? Oh boy, am I that far behind? Essential working too hard. Hello, Richard. Trying to stop repeating too many. Who's on first? LOL. Essentially Working, Tony Wallow, Rick Lake, Speedy, Oystein. Hello, Oystein. Good to see you as well. Good Saturday morning. Tony Wallow is your sponsor. Yeah, that's right. Tony Wallow is a sponsor here, right? This qualifies as a Tony Wallow sponsor, where we strive to be a kind, considerate, supportive person to YouTube creators all over the world. Thank you, Tony. And let's see, where was I at here? Good morning. Yeah, Tony Wallow, Ran Israel, Ida Rivera. People saying hellos to each other, all kinds of hellos. Jonathan's cold where he's at. Zavi Menor's here, ready for action. Richard Rogers, Brian Lightfoot, Tony, Alice, great sponsor by Josh. Where is Josh? He's on the list for today. Usually he shows up in chat in Zoom. Let's go over to Zoom. Let's bring in the Zoom people and say hello to the Zoom participants. One Zoom participant, let me switch some things over here. I don't know if he's sitting there ready to go. I'm going to turn my video on. I'm going to turn the audio so that his audio will come through to me. And then I'm going to unmute him through YouTube and should be able to say hello. Hello, Jim.
Morning.
You are there. Your voice comes through. Let's see. Did it come through? Let me know in chat. Did you hear Jim?
It depends on if they want to hear Jim. Okay, let's be honest.
Yeah, they might have one of those fancy filters that filters out, filters you out, right?
As it should be.
Yeah. Do you have anything interesting that's happened this week?
No. Well, no, not really. I mean, I've got a new tracking webcam that I'm going to be playing with. That'll be entertaining.
Yeah, though this one that I have that I'm using as my main camera has the tracking capability, and I tried it. I said, no, I don't think so. Or if I move, it'll follow me. I don't have that turned on.
Now, in my case, it's probably going to be advantageous just because if I'm sitting at the desk, that's fine. But if I get up,
right,
I'm out of shot.
Right. I don't move around enough to make that worthwhile. And there was something about it that was a little weird. Of course, it gives you it takes a narrower focus because that's how it's able to track. So it's got an angle of, let's say, this much, and it's only going to show this much so that it can move without the camera actually physically moving. Because that camera you bought is not physically moving, right?
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, it is? It's a physical motion?
Oh, it has a 2-axis gimbal.
Oh, okay. Well, that's more than what this is, and I think that'll be better because this camera, when it does a wide angle like that, that gives you a little bit more of the fisheye effect. And right now, I have enough of the fisheye effect to suit me because you see that where my two walls meet back there, they look pretty much vertical right now. But when I have the camera turned so that you can see the right edge of the Big Beast layer, then you can tell that they don't look parallel to each other because of that fisheye thing. Yeah.
Now this one has zoom, 2-axis gimbal. I mean, it costs a bit more than your average webcam. Trust me.
Right, I'm sure it would. Now,
by the way, before I forget, Tony, thank you for your support.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, Tony Wallow Industries supports YouTube content creators all over the world. Now, what is the make and model of this camera?
This is called an OBSBot Tiny 2.
OBSBot? B-O-T?
Yes, OBSBot Tiny 2. As a matter of fact, I will try to put that in front of the camera.
Yeah. Oh, let me. I'm going to spotlight you here. So give me just a moment there. Spotlight. Where is it? Pin. Well, it doesn't say spotlight, but that doesn't. Okay. Yeah. OBS bot. Oh, OBS bot. Okay. OBS as an open broadcasting.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, but I wonder if those letters. You can relax. I wonder if those letters come from Open Broadcasting System, or
maybe
software, or whatever it's called. Yeah, and then bot for a bot, obviously. All right, very cool. So I was contemplating recently, much to my surprise, getting a real digital camera in place of this webcam. And the reason for that is because when I start up, sometimes I have to go kick it in the side, like Simon and Simon, where they had to kick their helicopter on the side to get it to start up. It comes on with this wavy visual symptom. And all I have to do is go turn on the automatic exposure and then turn it off. And that gets it stable. I don't like to have the automatic exposure or automatic focus on because it always keeps trying to do things during the show, and I just find that distracting. So yeah, if I got what people call a real camera, then
I just
take away a little frustration.
There's no way I'm going to sink that kind of money in. I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah, I'm reluctant to do it. I've been real happy, and I've said this very many times. I've been real happy with these webcams, but that is one nuisance. Is every time I go to start a show, I have to go futz with it a little bit. All right, so I guess I'm going to guess that Josh is asleep. What do you think? He hasn't woken up in time for this.
We can only hope.
All right. On the helicopter, you have to spin the propeller, Chris says. Well, that's not going to start the engine. All right, I'm going to come back to chat. Let's see. I do have topics listed. I don't remember what they are, by the way. There's somebody coming in. I'll go say hello to Mobeard. Hello, Mobeard. Mobeard. Is he gonna mute his? There he's got his.
He'll be all right.
I'll get there. Just give me a minute. I came on here to tell you were supposed to get an email from your cousin in Pennsylvania. Check your emails. He's not going to be here today.
No,
you're welcome.
I didn't get. I don't see an email from him.
Well, he's your cousin. You need to deal with it.
Oh, that's fine. I want to have a short show today anyway. Let's see. Yeah, no, the last email I had from him was November 27th. So you asked a question. You asked a question, Mo Beard, last night on your show about the Mohawk beard.
Yeah.
No, it's not a goatee. Not a goatee. Mohawk beard is going to be more narrow, like half of the mustache all the way down. It's like that strip of grass on the driveway that we had in the old time houses. Or you could do the reverse. Make a bare strip down the middle and just a bunch of.
I actually thought about that this morning.
Did you?
That was one of the thoughts. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, you got a camera in here too? Hold on. Nope, don't see it.
Just sound recording devices, not camera.
All right, I'll mute.
Well, and actually, no, you said you were thinking about it. It's the thought recording device that's implanted in your. Yeah.
Oh, that could be scary.
There you go. All right, I'm back at the chat room. Here's some more names, repeating people saying hellos to each other. I like the later. Chris says he likes the later time better on Saturdays. Yeah, I do too. And then later time will be the normal time. But today's different because Fortnite has a special event today that I want to be part of. Starts at the regular Saturday show, my regular Saturday show time. Zavita, Jim, new camera, even no singles hands for Zoom and etc. Even no singles hands for Zoom and etc. I didn't quite get that typo figured out, I don't think. Jim's new camera even knows. Oh, maybe that's the hand raising thing. I don't know.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There's the gestures you can do that will tell the camera what to do. Zoom in, zoom out.
Oh, all right. So there's other gestures similar to the idea of what Zoom does when you're raising a hand, but more sophisticated, I imagine. Mm-hmm. Cool. I'll be eager to see your demonstration of that. Oystein Lul, Lul. Spin the. Is that some kind of different LOL? I don't know. Laugh out loud, laugh under my breath. Spin the propeller. Hang on, Darren. Mohawk bears like Mr. T. I pity the fool. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Arnold Albert. All right, that's all those. So then I'm going to go look at the list of topics. See if we got something to talk about. Let's see this. Yeah, this is it right here. YouTube transcripts missing or not? No, they're not missing. I couldn't find them. I did Google searches and all the Google search results were wrong. And then I discovered where the transcripts are now. They have moved. I think there was a period of time where they weren't available anywhere, but now they have just moved. So I'm going to go show that. I'll pick on that Ken Stout channel since he's not here to defend himself. Wait, what? So here, streamed 2 days ago on Ken Stout show. Where is his transcripts? I'm going to zoom this down a little bit so it's easier to comprehend. If you come down into the description section, click on more, then scroll down, and it shows any music that YouTube picked out that was in there. And then down here is a show transcript button. The transcript button used to be up here on this 3-dot menu. And it's no longer there. And I saw many YouTube videos and Google searches that said it's not here anymore. And none of them, not one of them, pointed out that it's down here. And I think that might have only showed up recently. I don't know, because I only discovered that yesterday. All right, so for all those who are dying to know that, Big Beast Build fix for Bluetooth headset. You will notice I'm wearing my Bluetooth headset. So I struggled with fixing that. What was the eventual fix? I did some uninstalls and reinstalled stuff, and I went over to the Slim Big Beast Build, and I tested with Baby Beast, and I tested with a different Bluetooth headset. And what turned out to be the solution was to turn the Bluetooth feature off and turn it back on again. I had found a reset feature for the headset. That didn't solve it. None of the Google searches worked solved that problem. But I went and turned off the Bluetooth feature on this computer and turned it back on, and then I was able to pair to it. So, simple fix. After you go through all the frustrations of searching for a fix for something, go try simple, stupid little things. Josh Kinder, Macrium Reflect, we're not going to be doing that because apparently he has announced his intention to everyone except me that he's not going to be here. Memory integrity of, should I cancel his sponsorship of this video? Yes. Memory integrity cannot be turned on in core isolation on Big Beast build. Wow. So I got through all of those topics already, and that's the only thing left that's been around, hanging around for quite a long time. Down here in the notification area, there's this Windows Defender shield that's had an exclamation mark on it for months on this computer. And what it is in here, device security memory integrity is off. Your device may be vulnerable. And if I go to, I can dismiss it, but I'd like to have that. That sounds like something I'd like to have. Memory integrity is turned off. Your device may be vulnerable. In the past, I've tried to turn this on and it fails. I haven't tried it for a long time. So I'm going to see here if it still fails. Yep, memory integrity is off. Resolve any driver incompatibilities and scan again. Gary Weisenberger produced a link many weeks ago, maybe months ago, for solving that. And I don't think I kept track of where that link is. Does anybody quickly know where to go find that? Let's see. Memory integrity is off your device. Resolve any driver incompatibilities. I'll just go memory integrity is off. See if that much gets me there. Device security, memory integrity is off. This is in Microsoft Answers. I have a good feeling this is going to be it right off the bat. Will I even recognize that it's the same one that Gary pointed out? Page not available, device security, where does it tell me something? My name is Zadie. Try first reset WinSecurity by going to Settings, Apps, Installed Apps, search for WinSecurity, 3 dots, Advanced Options, scroll down or reset. If that does not work, goes to this guide, click Enable or Disable Core Isolation, Memory Integrity, using Registry. You want the value of enabled DWORD to be, yeah, this sounds familiar. And I think I can do this without interrupting the stream. It'd be interesting to see. I'm going to go pop back to chat and see if anybody's got a recognition about this. Lull is often used on Twitch, but I too late realized I'm on YouTube now. All right, Oystein, yeah, I didn't know what that means. KISS method for my Bluetooth fix. I think you need virtualization turned on in BIOS. Core isolation, memory integrity, device security, TPM, secure boot, DEP, UEFI, administrator, core isolation, memory integrity. I think what we get to is a registry entry down here somewhere. And even if it doesn't take effect without restarting the computer, I can put in the registry entry and then go restart the computer and report the results on another show. Regedit, hit or enter, navigate to scenarios in HK local machine, right click on scenarios, hypervisor and enforced code integrity, right click new DWORD enabled. Yeah, all right. Windows key, regedit. Here's registry editor showed up. And then they want me to go to scenarios and HKey local machine. So here's HKey local machine. And I'm going to try, can I do SCENARIOS? Can I get to it that way? Nope. Scenarios. Navigate to scenarios. So where is scenarios? HKey local machine, hypervisor. I don't think I've come across scenarios before. You edit, let's do a find scenarios. Spelling, please. All right. See, okay, this is a registry key that has a value of scenarios. Well, that's not what they're asking for. Scenarios in HKey local machine. I am HKey local machine. Well, let's go search for the next. Find next is F3. Should be a registry key called scenarios based upon their description. That could take a while. All right, I'm going to go back and look at some more of this instructions. Navigate to scenarios, right-click scenarios, new key, name it as hypervisor enforced code integrity, new DWORD, enabled, double-click on it to set the value as 1 to enable, 0 to disable. Right-click local machine and select delete. Oh yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah, let's do that. While we're doing that, let's do System 32 as well. Doggone it, you guys, you're supposed to wait for me. I thought, Doug, you were going to broadcast 11 a.m. today. I was busy screwing up my computer due to foggy brain, blood sugar 42 when I woke up this morning, and of course, I had to put my hands on my computer and manually screw some things up. You must be a member of the Josh Kinder's Industries. But I did fix one problem in the fog. There's been something with a mild, subtle beat on my desk. Beep Isn't the correct way to describe it some intermittent faint buzzing? I get that from my speakers. Check Zoom. Someone wants to ask a question. Checking Zoom. See, I don't see a hand up anywhere. Oh, there's a hand. Ken Stout is a physical hand. Yes, Ken, go.
I have a question.
All right.
Your simple solution to your Bluetooth headset was to turn it off and back on.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Can you recall a time ever when a young Doug Betts was driving down the road and he ran out of gas and he removed the engine before thinking, oh, maybe I should put gas in the car?
No, but there is a similar story. There is a similar story. After I graduated high school, I went to work for the summer up at our church camp that I'd been going to all my life. So I went up there to work in maintenance and support role. And one of my jobs was to drive the water truck to water down the dust on the dirt road that would take people up to what we call Teepee Village. So one day, and I had taken my toolboxes with me because I was heavily into auto mechanics at the time. So I drove the truck up there and it died on me and I couldn't get it started. I actually disassembled the carburetor up there because I was thinking that that was the source of the trouble. Eventually I wound up in the camp director's office and told him what was going on where I was, and he reaches over in his drawer and pulls out a set of distributor points. He says, put these in there, you'll be fine. That truck does that every so often. So it's much easier to fix than what I was doing. I thought I was a hotshot mechanic because I spent most of my high school experience in my senior year. It was pretty much morning and afternoon in the auto shop. All right, moving on. Yeah, let's see, Lawn Dog. It wasn't coming from my head. A power supply USB adapter so we can have more power to charge things. A little 5-volt adapter went out, and that was causing the USB outlet adapter to kind of intermittently buzz. So much for my big events this morning. V Menor's got a link here. I'm going to suspect that has memory integrity. Yeah, let's see, what are they doing? What are they saying? Won't grayed out or won't turn on. Updated drivers, been there, done that. Nested virtualization, enable core isolation, memory integrity. Boy, I can't. English, please. Ken is in the Zoom session. This is contagious. You're infecting me with your speaking disabilities. Hardware virtualization, let's see, registry. Let's get disable virtualization. Registry editor. Yeah, here we get this. Here's the whole thing. Device guard scenario. See, it does actually have scenarios. So I want to copy up to that much. Control C. Switch back to the registry. And here it has a scenario schema, but I don't think that's quite the right thing. Let's see, I got to take this off screen before I bring up my, clipboard history. And there it's current control device guard. Yep, see, that was totally different. So now I'm going to do Control A to select all of that, Control V again to get just that path. This should take me right to scenarios. Yes, it does. And since this provided by Zvi is so much more correct, I'm going to copy this hypervisor, enforce code integrity, and right-click on scenarios, new. We were supposed to do a D word, right? So it's supposed to be D word. Let's see what this one back here. Yes, it was a D word. And set the value to 1 to enable it. All right, I'm going to leave those two tabs open. I'll close the registry and quite possible that I have to restart the, wait a minute, that new value, that's not the right wording. Oh, I didn't paste the new name in here. Let's see, rename, Windows key V, hypervisor, enforce code integrity with a value of 1. There. That should do it. Lawn Dog, oh man, water trucks are fun. They are a gazillion billion tons of water. When you're roaming around the construction site, think about talking about trying to be easy on the transmission, slamming back and forth with all that weight. Yeah, this tank was huge. It extended about 4 feet past the edge of the truck bed. And when they took me over to this and said they were going to teach me how to lift that tank up and put it into the truck bed, you know, hey, I'm not a big person to begin with. But I did it. You just use leverage, and yeah, it was actually kind of fun. Okay, now let's close Registry Editor and then go back and see if that makes a difference. Resolve driver compatibilities. Let's see, scan again, integrity off. Yeah, nope, that didn't work. So I'm going to see what will happen when I restart the computer later on. 30 years ago at the end of my street was someone I knew had a lot of truck business. He had purchased an old water truck, constant repair. Dennis, Fortnite game says you should queue up for the event as soon as possible after the regular servers go down, approximately 10. Yeah, I was planning to go into there about half an hour before their scheduled start time. Wrong registry names. You missed the first section about change in BIOS. The long name is the last key. The value name is enabled. Well, the value is a 1 is enabled, isn't it? That's a numeric value in that registry key. Let's see if I'm right about that. Maybe I'm wrong. Go back into the registry. It'll go back right to the same place. And then bring up those instructions again. Set, let's see, there's set VML. Oh, okay, that's this piece. Third-party virtualization software, disable nested virtual. I'm probably going to need to read this more closely after the show. That's the driver section. Enable core isolation, memory integrity via. Since the on-off button for memory integrity is grayed out in Windows Security app, you can try and see if you can successfully enable core isolation. All right. That was just to manual enable that slider switch. Hypervisor, change the value of the enabled key from 0 to 1. Okay, I'll come back and look closer at what you're saying in chat. The long name is the last key. The value name is enabled. The value name is enabled. Value data is 1. 1 is enabled. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The value name, a registry value is let's see, scenarios is a registry key. This is a registry value, and that's what it's set to. And then let's see, Zavia saying missed the first section about BIOS. Change in BIOS. Let's come up here. Control V and type BIOS. Make sure that hardware virtualization is enabled in BIOS firmware. Well, I think it is because, well, now wait a minute. I recently reset BIOS defaults, so that might have turned it off. Well, when I reset the BIOS defaults in order to fix my crashing symptoms, that also disabled my power on state after power outage, and I had to go change that. So it could be that hardware virtualization got reset. But when I was using virtual computers, I would have had to have hardware virtualization on to do that, wouldn't I? Okay. Reset Windows Security app. The memory integrity button wasn't grayed out. I did try to turn it on, right? At the beginning of this, it wasn't grayed out. If I'm remembering right, update Windows, that's been done. If you see this setting is managed by your administrator, no, I don't have that. Update drivers, been through that enough times recently. I don't think that's the cause of the issue. Disable nested virtualization. Memory integrity uses systems virtualization hardware, which is found under BIOS. And this hardware can only be used of one application at a time. Therefore, if you have enabled nested virtualization on Hyper-V or any of your virtual machines, this will prevent you from enabling the memory integrity at the same time. In this case, to resolve the issue, you need to disable nested virtualization. Now, I have since uninstalled all of my virtual PC configurations. To disable nested virtualization on Hyper-V for a stopped virtual machine, run the command below in elevated PowerShell. By the way, I don't care intensely about solving this now or solving it, period. It was just something to have on the list when we had nothing else to deal with. Enable core isolation, memory integrity via registry. Okay, this scenario's hypervisor code integrity. You will have to visit here and change the value of enabled key from 0 to 1. They're changing, this is the key they want, right? Changing from 0 to 1. That seems to me what I did. Yes, that setting would be off by default. Windows 10 or open Task Manager, then Performance tab. If virtualization enabled, it will say so. Windows 10 or 8, open the Task Manager Performance tab. Okay, Control-Shift-Escape. Performance tab. Bottom right, virtualization. Yeah, there it is. Virtualization is enabled. In command prompt, registry add current control sets, hypervisor code integrity enabled, reg dword. That's just a DOS command line to do exactly what I did. Adds to the registry. This registry key value, the scenarios is the key. This is the value, and that's what the value is set to, enabled, which is 1. It was a registry D word. That all coordinates to what I did. Now to demonstrate that, yeah, Lundog, why are we putting so much effort into turning on virtualization when it can easily be done in virus? Virtualization is already on. My upper link is an easy way to check if it's turned on in Task Manager. Yeah, virtualization shown down right under here. Virtualization is enabled. It is on. Somebody said, Doug generally isn't really interested in virtualization, though I would recommend Doug turn it on. It's not virtualization that I'm caring about. What I'm caring about is this security value of device security. Memory integrity is off. In order for that, for Windows Defender to be maintaining memory integrity, which prevents some culprit from writing something untoward in memory, that's what we're trying to accomplish here. Yeah, I think I've gone far enough with that for here and now. Mainly was what I was interested in is making that registry change and see if that fixes it. Possible that restarting the computer will complete what's needed for that fix. I haven't seen any other questions or topics come up in the chat room. Does the Zoom session or the chat room have any other topics for us to talk about? Otherwise, we might end early. I'm not going to drag it out just to drag it out.
No, I've got nothing really. I got to get around to unboxing this thing and playing around with it. That's pretty much all I've got on the agenda for today, if I get it done today.
Do you want to do an unboxing on the show right now?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. I'm not really prepared to do that right now.
All right. That's fine. I'm looking at what else is said here in chat. Ken, what's the state of your plans for your November 32nd, December 38th, whatever show?
Plans?
All right. Well, that covers that topic. Moving on back to chat room.
I'm going to send out emails. You still are going to do the 9:30 to 10 o'clock my time, 6:30 to 7 o'clock your time slot?
Sure.
I didn't.
So you're going to be. Are you going to be ready for a break by then? You're going to be all worn out by then, right?
Break at 9:01. Yes, I'll be ready for a break.
Let's see. I don't think I'm going to be interested in doing that game that you guys have been doing.
Thought we were going to toss adverbs at you, and you're going to make up a Doug Betts high school story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. High school. I might
have
just a story.
The two cells up here, they sometimes don't. Okay.
Yeah, but I would be interested in attempting to do a improv type of thing where the chat room throws out words that I have to make up a story
Yoda?
from. Kind of. Well, I didn't say impersonations, not voices. Okay. No, it's I have often kind of fantasized, I suppose, about being really good with impersonations, and I can alter my voice a whole lot. It's just that I can't do a decent imitation of any particular accent because I don't know any particular accent well enough to pull it off. So it actually comes out as kind of a hodgepodge mismatch. But in my family history, we've always had video cameras, and one of my brothers and I, in particular, we did a few improv situations where they turned a camera on us and we just started interviewing each other or making up some kind of story just on the spot without even coordinating it. What in the world? Eyeball?
I'll bet they're golf balls.
I think they're golf balls. Yeah.
They are golf balls.
Oh, they're RGB. Are they RGB?
No, those are in the mail. They'll be here Monday.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
There will be a video.
All right. Good.
I'm going to use them twice.
Do they?
Once when it's dark.
Yeah.
And once when there's that dreaded snow on the ground.
To see if they will. Now, if they had some kind of a battery in them that generated heat and they land on the snow, melt the snow around it, and the ball will go down to the bottom of the snow.
You can rest assured I'm not going to do a Doug Betts and pop it open to see how it works. All it says is upon impact, they light up and they stay lit for about 8 minutes. Ow. Let me guess. Doug is looking for his golf ball he took apart to show us how to
God.
No, but I do have something that I'd been thinking about taking apart. Now I realize it's in a box in the other room when I cleared off my desk, but it's these what do they
They're
call
called lights, Doug. Lights.
No, for Beat Saber, the virtual reality thing. There's these things that are mounted up in the corners up here so it can see where my hands are. But one of those was defective and they replaced it under warranty, and they said it's a mechanical problem inside the device, and I think they have some kind of a spinning wheel inside them. So I was tempted to cut one open and see what's inside. Not really motion sensors, Rand Israel. They're well, I guess they are sensing motion, but that's not what they call them. There's some kind of pods. I don't remember what they call them. Gyros. I think there's gyros in there, but that's not what they call them. Moving on.
You can kill 15 more minutes.
Let's see. Wintermute asks if there's any more big beast build crashes. I am glad you asked that. Let's go take a look. So Windows key reliability history. And let's see what has been happening since reverting to BIOS defaults. So last time I looked at this, there was like, I could have sworn there was 3 days there that were clean, but here is something. What is this? This DTS audio processing. And when I looked at this, geez, I thought it was yesterday that I looked and there were no problems. Oh, that could have been because this might have been after I looked. So this DTS audio processing was 11:47 a.m. But that has been around for a long time. So that's also kind of sort of on my list. I'd like to clean that up, get rid of it. But no, there have not been any crashes.
Question.
Yeah.
Is there an on-off switch for that? I don't want to see you take your whole computer apart just trying to figure out that one little error.
For that DTS audio, I have no idea. I don't even know what it is yet. I mean, it says controls the DTS.
Dennis Thompson Studios?
About that. Well, maybe you should ask Dennis about it. What is that? Controls the DTS audio processing object. If I double click on it, it gives me more detail about it. There's a service involved. App crashes, the problem event name. This is the application path. DTS. So in System 32, there's a DTS folder, a PC folder, APO, forward service. I mean, this might mean something to somebody. All I can say is I vaguely recognize having seen this path before. I see there's a lot of activity going on in chat. Digital theater system. Ren was right. The hypervisor enforced code integrity is a key under scenarios, and the word key is enabled, set to 1. It's a key under scenarios. Let's see, do I still have registry editor open? So when I right click on scenarios, they wanted me to create a new D word, I didn't see them creating a new key. So I think you're saying I need to create a new key, and that key name would be this hypervisor enforced code integrity, and then inside there is a D word called enabled, and then that is set to a value of 1. Is that what you're saying that I should do? Because that's not the way I read that. DTS competes with Dolby in the audio market. That makes that has a ring of familiarity. Jeff to Alice, be warned, it is a clicky keyboard like the original IBM keyboard. Did I miss where Alice is talking about a new keyboard? I was thinking of getting one for my father. Yeah, I think I must have skipped some of chat. Ken, were you starting to say something?
Yeah, that was me talking about
Jim.
a backlit keyboard.
Backlit keyboard, yeah. What's your thoughts on a backlit laptop keyboard? If you want the keys to light up when you're in a dark area, great. Then, yeah. I don't have scenarios where I would want to use it. I can't think of any disadvantage to backlit keys just on that alone. Let's see, there's some oranges in here.
Battery life is the only thing I would consider to be effective.
Battery life, yeah. Yeah, because it's providing more power.
No, my boss has instructed me. We're about to shoot a video doing something with the Christmas tree, so I got to get set up.
All right. Yeah, I see your green screen back there.
News at 11 when the house burns down.
All right. Chris says that the backlit keyboards are good. Lawn Dog to Ken, maybe as a promotional thing on your 24-hour podcast, how about creating a YouTube short in some way to announce the event? What that idea for that YouTube short is, I'm going to leave it up to your creative endeavors. Alice was thinking, hang on.
Yeah, him leaving that up to my creative endeavors is that's dangerous.
Yeah. Alice is thinking of getting the backlit keyboard for her father. He really needs a new laptop. Oh, now yeah, the whole laptop, not just the keyboard. Scanning. Rand was right.
9 more minutes, Doug. Keep it up. You're doing great.
It might get there, huh? Rand Israel says bingo. So he thinks that that is what I was supposed to do on the registry thing. So I'm going to go back and read that with that in mind. You will have to visit here, change the value of enabled key. All right. Okay, I see that. So they're enabled key. Now, let's see, I'm going to go new. Key. A key is these folders. When you create these D-word value or Q-word value, these items in here are called values. And this is the data for the value. So when they're saying the key called hypervisor enforced code integrity, let's see, no, sorry, key, this is new key. Okay, that's the key. Am I saying this right? Change the value of enable. Okay, yeah, that is right. That is right. The value. These are the values. This column here is the values. That is what this says. The value called enabled. Change its data from 0 to 1. Okay, I get that. Yeah. Now, I still have that other one in here. Yeah, this one here is a value, and that's incorrect. So I should delete that because since that's the same name as this key, they might conflict with each other. So I'll delete that. So now we have this key of hypervisor enforced code integrity with a value called enabled. The data of that value is 1, which enables it. It's just, I don't think I've come across that before, where a value has the name enabled. Okay, then I'll close registry. Go take another look at what they're saying here. The article is wrong. Enabled isn't a key, it's a value, and its data is 1. This is referring, this is the key enabled. Oh yeah, that's what misled me, because they're calling that a key, and that still isn't what I was doing. I was taking scenarios as the key actually, and this as a value. Ay, geez, caramba. Trying to talk through that at the same time that I'm running a show is not healthy. I'm going to close that panel, reopen it, and try turning that slider on again. I'm going to suspect it's not going to work. See, here it's grayed out. I can't even try to turn it on now. All right. I'll tinker with that when I can restart the computer. I have the LTC nimble back with the brown switches.
I hear it.
What was that, Ken? I'm guessing he wasn't attempting to talk to me. No, I'm not talking to you. You talking to me?
Hey, you talking to me?
Hey, you talking to me?
Talking to me?
I'm logged into Fortnite after a 10-minute wait from Dennis. Ken DeLon Dog, I thought of doing some promos. I almost pronounced that word wrong. Just not sure.
I got a phone call. I got to bounce. It's about my mom.
All right. Goodbye. Best wishes. Not sure what direction to go. By chance, do you know the way to Crazy Town? Try to restart Windows Explorer in the Task Manager. See if there's a change.
Ooh, I don't know that I would do that right now.
Oh, okay. I see. Windows Explorer in Task Manager. Now, I'm just going to come up here and show it, Jim, what I think he means. Going to the, let's see, in Windows 10, you had a file. Oh, here, run new task, 3-dot menu. Is there a run command? Yeah, here's a run command. So you would type Explorer, I think it was, and that essentially relaunches the entire Windows desktop. And that desktop, I think when I've done it, applications have remained open. I'm kind of thinking of using that to end the show as an alternative way to end the show. See if it ends the show. I think it was Explorer was the right way to do it. I'm not going to do that just lucky now. And do it with administrative privileges probably. Is that what he was saying? Try to restart Windows Explorer in the Task Manager, see if there's a change. It's a system setting, not a user setting. Restart is required. Yeah, that makes sense because that was in we were in the Hive local machine. Yeah, so that should require a restart, I would think. Speedy, do you remember what WW stands for? Yes, I do. That is an acronym that came up through Fortnite, where Speedy was interacting and he somehow came up with this for advice for me on what to do in a particular battle scenario. And it stands for, what would Speedy do? Yes, I remember it. Ran Israel, to close Explorer cleanly, Control-Shift, right-click on task bar. Control-Shift, right-click on task bar to close Explorer cleanly. Well, then what do you want? That's just getting into a task manager. I don't see what you're getting at there. To close Explorer cleanly, Control-Shift, right-click on taskbar. That's not going to close Explorer. You can go into Task Manager, which I was already there. Now, if you go here to Processes, here's Windows Explorer. You could right-click here and choose Restart, which I think would accomplish the same thing as doing it from the Run command up here. And then here's restart any particular task that you have selected, I think. So see here on Registry Editor, I could end that task. On Windows Explorer, I could restart that task.
He's doing this on Windows 10. That's not 11's different.
All right. But
because I just did the same thing, and I got a large menu, and at the bottom of the menu it says Exit Explorer.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Right click. What was it? Control Shift
and right click.
Okay, yeah, that's not just a right click. Your Control Shift right click. Okay. Yeah, because Windows 10, I would do right click to get to Task Manager, but Control Shift right click, I don't think I was aware of. So when you do that, you're seeing End Explorer, or
Yeah,
what?
I get a list of things, and at the very bottom of the list it says Exit Explorer.
Yeah. All right. Well, that hits us at 1 hour. So I'm going to, Jim, I'll let you stay in Zoom with me to witness this. And let's see, I could even share my screen so that you could continue seeing it on Zoom. Screen one, let's do it that way. Are you seeing my chat room screen? All right. And let's see, so I got that.
You feel lucky, punk?
Yeah. Control Shift Escape. So Windows Explorer, I'm going to right click on it and restart. So if this actually ends the stream, I'll just say, have a great weekend, everybody. Catch you later.
Hasta la
Goodbye.
vista, baby.
Yeah. Oh, Dennis says we have nothing. That's right. They have nothing. Let me see here. Okay, now you do. Okay, so I'll wait until they acknowledge. Can you acknowledge, Dennis, that you see the image now? So I'm going to click right here on restart. So once I get an acknowledgement from Dennis. Yes, he says. Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, 0, click. And we're still here. It didn't even blink out the screens. That did not feel like it did what I was expecting. Okay, so then let's try another way. I'm going to move this control bar out of the way. Run new task. Explorer. We'll do it without administrator settings. Yeah, that kind of did a refresh of the windows. Explorer, to look at that again. I'm watching to see, I'm trying to watch all monitors to see if they all kind of do a blink. It was only that monitor. Oh, but that's just, no, that's just File Explorer. That only gave me File Explorer. That didn't give me the whole Windows desktop. You know what? I recall this, that they made a change somewhere along the line where it wasn't Explorer that would relaunch the entire Windows desktop interface. I'm going to close other things. Registry, do I have any other Explorers open? Here's an Explorer open. That's browser. Okay, so now if this will actually open File Explorer, I think. Yes, it did. So that is not the Windows desktop anymore. What is the Windows desktop now? It's none of those. Go down to Windows. There's something as obvious as Windows Desktop Shell, Windows Shell Experience. Could be that. Worst case scenario, I'd crash the computer. Less worst case, it crashes the stream. I'm tempted to try to end task on or restart Windows Shell Experience. There's an end task for that. Then after that, we'll go delete System32. Export it and close. Try from command task kill im explorer exe/f. That much there. Find another one in the end. Explorer in Windows processes. Windows processes. These are in alphabetical order. Nope. How about let's see, service host, Explorer, nope. None of those look like it. Windows Explorer down here. That has a restart task. Scroll down to the WS. Is this what you mean? I'm not sure what WS is. I'm thinking this one. Either of these two.
You know, it's a little weird. You were having all these unexpected crashes, and now you're kind of trying to force one.
Yeah. Remember, Doug.
Yeah.
Restart task. Okay, so here I'm going to hit this restart task on this one that is showing CPU utilization. I saw the desktop in the background go blank and then come back. Watch down in the bottom, you can see the desktop image. And try that again. Windows Explorer. And on the left-hand side, the icons. Watch those. Here's restart the task. Yeah, see that all went black. But my OBS and my Google Chrome windows all stayed open. So now this second one, Windows Explorer, restart the task. Yeah, that doesn't blank anything out. Actually, that just went away, like ended the task. Now I'll try restarting this one again. Yeah, I think that does refresh the desktop. All right, that's it. Goodbye. Oh, I see. That's why I couldn't get back to Zoom, is because I'm still sharing the screen. All right, thanks for hanging with me, Jim, and everybody else who's watching. Goodbye.